Okay, students, good morning, all of you. Today we are going to discuss about a very important topic in chemical equilibrium. Yesterday we discussed about equilibrium constant Kc and how to express it. Equilibrium constant Kc, where C means concentration. So, how can you write equilibrium constant for a reversible reaction? For example, H2 plus Cl2 is reversible to HCl. It is a reversible reaction. Now I would like to write an expression for equilibrium constant Kc. Kc is equals to here 1 of H2, 1 of Cl2, 2 of HCl. Am I right? That means number of moles of H2 equals to 1, number of moles of Cl2 equals to 1, number of moles of HCl is 2. Now these are the reactants. This one is product. Am I right? This is taken as product. This one is taken as reactants. Am I right? Now equilibrium constant Kc expression for above reaction is molar concentration of product. What it is? HCl. What is the coefficient here? 2. Write as power by molar concentration of H2. What is the coefficient? 1. Write as power. And molar concentration of Cl2, and its power is 1. Am I right? This is the expression for equilibrium constant for the given reversible reaction. And write for H2, N2 is reversible, NH3. So write Kc for above reaction. Kc is equals to molar concentration of NH3 power 2 by molar concentration of H2, the coefficient here 3, into molar concentration of N2 power 1. Why? Because it is 1 of N2. Okay. And come to third example. PCl5 is reversible PCl3 plus Cl2. Okay. Now the expression Kc is equals to molar concentration of PCl3 power 1, molar concentration of Cl2 power 1 divides molar concentration of PCl5 power 1. And come to fourth example. Write Kc expression for given equation, that is Kc is equals to molar concentration of products. What is the product here? SO3. What is the coefficient? 2 by molar concentration of SO2, coefficient taken as 2, molar concentration of O2, and what is the coefficient here? 1. Write as power. This is the expression for equilibrium constant for a given reversible reaction. Okay. So where Kc is constant, you know, we call it is equilibrium constant. Equilibrium constant. Okay. So this is the expression for equilibrium constant Kc for the given reversible reaction. Okay. So finally, what we conclude from this, equilibrium constant Kc is molar concentration of products, and its power, that means stoichiometric coefficients of product as power, divides molar concentration of reactants and stoichiometric coefficients of reactants. Remember this, these terms also called as active mass also, you know, already we discussed. Active mass of SO2, active mass of O2, active mass of SO3, and also we called as molar concentration of SO3. Okay. So finally Kc is equals products, molar concentration of products and the stoichiometric coefficients as power, divides with molar concentration of reactants and the stoichiometric coefficients of reactants as power. Okay. So write down. The next topic is concentration. It is simply denotes with C. Concentration C is equals number of moles by volume here, where N means number of moles, where N means number of moles, V means volume. So now concentration means, so keep volume V is equals to 1 in the above equation, then C is equals to N. C is equals to N. So now what is the definition for concentration? Number of moles per unit volume is taken as concentration. So now what is concentration? Number of moles per unit volume is called concentration. Number of moles per unit volume. Unit volume means V taken as 1. The value of V, suppose 1 liter or 1 ml. Okay. So then C becomes N. When per unit volume, the number of moles becomes to concentration. Understood now? Now units for concentration. Units for concentration C. So we have C. For units for number of moles, we can write as mole by. For volume, we can write decimeter cube or mole per liter. Mole per liter. Understood now? Units for concentration for n mole per volume decimeter cube or mole per liter. These are the units for concentration C. Remember this, very very important. Okay. Now would like to calculate unit for equilibrium constant. So let consider a reaction A of capital A plus B of capital B is reversible C of capital C and D of D. So clearly these two are reactants. Clearly this one is product. Am I right? Now equilibrium constant Kc for the above reaction, molar concentration of C whole power C into molar concentration of D and power D by molar concentration of reactant A power A, molar concentration of B power B. This is the expression where this one is called concentration of C, this one is called concentration of D, this one is concentration of A, concentration of B. Okay. Now, so what is the unit for concentration? Mole per decimeter cube or mole per liter. Am I right? Now keep this value here. So now at C, mole per liter whole power C. Here for D also mole per liter D. Come to here for A also mole per liter power A. Here also mole per liter power D. Power B. Okay. So these are the units for concentrations. From this one, can I write like this? A power m into A power n, A power m plus n. Am I right? Therefore, mole per liter whole power C plus D, and here also A power m into A power n, A power m plus n. So that is mole per liter A plus B. Okay. Now A power m by A power n form, then A power m minus n, you know. So mathematically Kc is equals mole per liter whole power C plus D minus A plus B. Am I right? So now what is C plus D? These are the coefficients of product, you know. C plus D means quotient of C plus quotient of D. Am I right? What about A plus B? Quotient of A plus quotient of B. That means quotient of reactants or number of moles of reactants and number of moles of product. Am I right? So now Kc is equals mole per liter keep delta n here, where delta n is equals C plus D minus A plus B. Okay, that means change in moles. Am I right? N means number of moles. Change in delta N means change in moles. That means number of moles of products minus number of moles of reactants. So finally, Kc is equals to mole per liter whole power delta N. So now this is the unit for equilibrium constant Kc. So now what is the unit for equilibrium constant Kc? Mole per liter whole power delta N or mole per decimeter cube whole power delta N. Suppose you keep this value here, mole per decimeter cube, then what we get here? Mole per decimeter cube whole power delta N. So now what are the units for Kc in this expression? Mole per liter whole power delta N, where delta N means number of moles of product side minus number of moles of reactant side. Remember this. So this one is important. Here we have. Okay, no? So is it clear for all? Once again. So here concentration C is equals number of moles per unit volume. Unit volume means V is taken as 1. Keep here in this above equation. What we get? C is equals to N, you know. So that means number of moles per unit volume is taken as concentration. Now what are the units for concentration? Mole per liter or mole per decimeter cube. Clear? So come to, let us consider a chemical equilibrium. Is it reversible or not? So when we represent reversible, it must under reversible condition. Okay? So that means the reaction at equilibrium. That means rate of forward reaction equals rate of backward reaction. Clear? So now how can we write equilibrium constant expression for the given equation? That means molar concentration of products and their stoichiometric coefficients as powers divides by molar concentration of reactants and their stoichiometric coefficients as powers. This is the expression for equilibrium constant for the given reversible reaction. So now you know very well what are the terms. These terms are called as concentration terms. Now what are the units for concentrations? Mole per liter. Now keep this in the above equation, that is mole per liter whole power C, mole per liter whole power C. Finally we get mole per liter, mole per liter. Finally we get this expression. So now this is the unit for equilibrium constant Kc. What it is? Mole per liter whole power delta N or mole by decimeter cube whole power delta N. Am I understood now up to? So is it clear for everyone? Let's see the example regarding this concept. H2 plus N2 is reversible twice of NH3, here thrice of H2, here 1 of N2. This is the equilibrium equation. Now I would like to calculate units for equilibrium constant for the given reversible reaction. Units for equilibrium constant Kc. So now equilibrium constant is Kc now. So write the expression Kc is equals to molar concentration of NH3 power 2, molar concentration of H2 and power 3, molar concentration of N2 power 1. This is the expression for equilibrium constant clearly. So now units for this equilibrium expression question mark, that means we would like to calculate units. Okay, so generally we have an expression for units. Kc is equals to mole per liter whole power delta n. So suppose this is a gaseous chemical equilibrium reaction. Gaseous chemical equilibrium reactions. These are the reactants, this one is product. Now how many number of moles present at reactant side? 3 plus 1. Totally how many number of moles are present here? 4 moles at reactant side. Come to here. How many moles are present at product side here? 2 moles. Number of moles of reactants 3 plus 1, 4 moles. Number of moles of products 2 moles. Okay. So now here delta n are mole per liter whole power delta n g. G means gaseous state, means because here all the molecules are in gaseous state, you know, that equilibrium expression for the gaseous chemical equilibrium. That's why delta Mg suppose or delta N. So where delta N means number of moles of products minus number of moles of reactants. So delta N is the difference between number of moles of products and number of moles of reactants. Am I understood now? Okay. For the above reaction, what is delta N? Number of moles of products 2. Keep 2 here. Number of moles of reactant side 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1. So totally 2 minus 4, that is equals to minus 2. So where we get delta N is equals to minus 2. Now what are the units for Kc in the above expression? That is Kc is equals, we have general formula, mole per liter whole power delta N. So what is the value of delta N for the above equation? Minus 2. So that is mole per liter whole power minus 2. So now this one is called as unit for Kc for the given expression. Now what are the units for Kc in this equation? Mole per liter power minus 2. What are the stoichiometric coefficients here? 3, 1 and 2. These are called as moles. Where number of moles of reactants 3 plus 1, 4. At product side it is 2. So 2 minus 4 minus 2. Keep that value here. Now what are the units for Kc here? Mole per liter whole power minus 2. So is it clear? So decomposition of ammonia here. So write Kc expression for this one. Twice of ammonia, 1 of N2, 3 of H2 here. Am I right? So now this one is reactant, this one is productant. Okay. So first write molar concentration of products N2 whole power 1, molar concentration of H2 power 3 by molar concentration of NH3 power 2. This is the equilibrium constant expression for this reaction. So now what is the value of delta N? Number of moles of products. How many moles? 1 plus 3, 4. Number of moles of reactant side. How many moles we have? 2. Now in this case delta N is equals to how much? 2. Now what are the units for Kc? Units for Kc in the above expression is equals, we know the general expression mole per liter whole power delta N. Am I right? What is the value of delta N? 2. Now mole per liter is the unit for equilibrium constant for this reaction. This is the decomposition of ammonia. The first equation is formation of ammonia. Okay. So in the decomposition we get mole per liter whole power 2, where in combination what we get mole per liter whole power minus 2. Okay. For example, this is the question for you. PCl5 is reversible PCl3 plus Cl2. It is a gaseous chemical equilibrium. So for this one, what is delta N? Delta N means number of moles of gaseous products, that is 1 plus 1 2. Number of moles of gaseous reactants 1, where delta N equals to how much? 1. So now units for Kc, mole per liter whole power delta N, am I right? Therefore mole per liter, what is the value of delta N? 1. Now this one is called unit for equilibrium constant for this equation. So is it clear for all? The next topic is characteristics of equilibrium constant Kc. Here we have two factors which affect the equilibrium constant Kc. Factors affect the equilibrium constant Kc. That means on which factors equilibrium constant Kc depends here. Factors affect the equilibrium constant Kc. Okay. Here we have two factors. One is reaction stoichiometry. Reaction stoichiometry or reaction stoichiometric coefficients. Reaction stoichiometric coefficients. You know very well about stoichiometric of equation. For example, H2 plus Cl2 is reversible HCl. This is the equation. Now we would like to balance this equation. Keep 1 by 2 and keep here off. Now how many hydrogen atoms here we have? 2. 2 by off means 1 hydrogen atom. So what is the meaning of this? How many hydrogen atoms are present right now? Only 1 hydrogen atom. Why? Because here we have 2 hydrogen atoms. That divides with off. We get 1 hydrogen atoms. So here totally how many hydrogen atoms here we have? 1 hydrogen. And here also 1 chlorine. So 1 hydrogen atom, 1 chlorine atoms. Here come to right hand side. How many hydrogens? 1 hydrogens, 1 chlorine. So is it balanced chemical equation? And it is a reversible reaction, and it is gaseous chemical equilibrium. Gaseous chemical equilibrium. So now stoichiometric coefficient. Now it is a stoichiometric balanced equation. A balanced equation is called as stoichiometric balanced equation. Now what are stoichiometric coefficients here? Stoichiometric quotient of H2 of, and quotient of Cl2 of, quotient of HCl 1. Now these moles are stoichiometric coefficients of a reaction can affect the equilibrium constant. That means if we can change these stoichiometric coefficients, what will happen? Kc also changes. That is, equilibrium constant is also changes. So if we can change the stoichiometric coefficients values, automatically Kc value is also change. So the same expression can also write as H2 plus Cl2 is reversible to HCl. Am I right? This one is also correct. So here what is the stoichiometric coefficient? 1. Here 1 of Cl2 twice of HCl. Now is it balanced or not? Balanced. This is equation 1, this is equation 2. Here 2 hydrogens, here also we have 2 hydrogens. Here we have 2 chlorines, here also we have 2 chlorines. Am I right? So it is a balanced chemical equation, it is a stoichiometric equation, and quotients are here 1, 1, 2. That means number of moles of H2 1, number of moles of Cl2 1, number of moles of HCl is 2. Understood them up to? Very good. Next. Now here stoichiometric quotients are changes or not from this equation. So here we have two different Kc values here. That means when stoichiometric quotients are affect the equilibrium constant Kc. Okay. So now for the first equation, for the equation 1, for the reaction 1, what is Kc expression? Kc. Equilibrium constant Kc for the first reaction, molar concentration of HCl, what is the quotient? 1 by molar concentration of H2, what is the quotient of molar concentration of Cl2, what is the quotient here? Of. Am I right? This is the expression for the first equation. Write the same expression for this. Suppose this is taken as Kc. Okay. Suppose this is taken as K dash C. Write the expression for second reaction. K dash C is equals, K dash C is equals, here what is the product? HCl. Molar concentration of product, that is HCl. What is the quotient here? 2 is the quotient, am I right? So write as power here by, what are the reactants? H2 power 1, Cl2 power 1. This is expression for reaction 2. Am I right? So now what is the power here? 1. What is the power here? 2. That means when we change the stoichiometric coefficients, Kc values also changes or not? That means reaction coefficients or stoichiometric coefficients affect the equilibrium constant. That means coefficients are changed, automatically Kc values also change. So this phenomena is theoretical explanation. It is a theoretical explanation. Okay, remember this. Very, very important concept in chemical equilibrium. Finally, if we can change the stoichiometric coefficients, automatically equilibrium constant values also changed. Okay. So very, very important topic now we are going to discuss. If K1 be equilibrium constant for a reversible reaction, for example, A is reversible B. A is reversible B. What is the quotient? 1. What is the quotient here? 1, suppose. So where equilibrium constant is taken as K1. Understood now? Here I consider one equilibrium reaction. A is reactant, B is product. Now this one is reactant, this one is product. Quotient of A 1, quotient of B is also 1, suppose. Now write the equilibrium expression for equilibrium constant expression for this one. K1 is equals molar concentration of product. Am I right? What is the quotient? 1 divides molar concentration of reactants A. What is the quotient? 1. Okay. So this is K1 for the above reaction. Okay. Now this is forward reaction, you know. Forward reaction A to B, suppose. This expression for forward reaction, that is A to B. Okay. Suppose the same reaction B reversible to A. B reversible to A. Now here this one is reactant and this one is product. Am I right? Where equilibrium constant taken as K dash, suppose K dash. Write the equilibrium constant expression for here. K dash is equals molar concentration of A divided by molar concentration of B. Am I right? Suppose this is taken as 1, this is taken as 2. From this one and this one, what we conclude here, K1 is equals, can I write like this? Molar concentration of A by molar concentration of B. Am I right? The same expression can I write like this? 1 by molar concentration of A by 1 by molar concentration of B. So when it is undergoes reciprocal, what happened? Again we get molar concentration of B by molar concentration of A. Am I right? Both are same. This one, both are same. Okay. So therefore K1 is equals 1 by. So what about this value? Molar concentration of A by molar concentration of B. Molar concentration A by molar concentration of B from equation 2. It is equal to K dash. So very, very important. So what is K1? Equilibrium constant for forward reaction. What about K dash? Equilibrium constant for reverse reaction or backward reaction. Is it clear? Finally, K1 is equals to 1 by K dash. Okay? Or simply we can also write K1 is equals to 1 by K2. Suppose here equilibrium constant taken as K2, that becomes K1 is equals to 1 by K2. Understood up to? Very, very important. So where K1 is equilibrium constant for forward reaction, K2 is equilibrium constant for backward reaction. Okay? Is it clear for all? So therefore we have a relation K1 is equals to 1 by K2. Okay. For example, K1 for a forward reaction is equals to 10 for the reaction A reversible B, where equilibrium constant is K1. What is the value of K1 in the given equilibrium equation? K1 is equals 10. Now, what is equilibrium constant K2 for the reaction B is reversible A? B is reversible A, that is K2, reversible reaction, that is forward reaction. In the case of forward reaction, a given K1 value is 10. So what about K2 value in this equation? Simply, now the options are option A 1 by 10, option B 10, option C 0.9, option D 5. K2 value, which one is correct one? So you know the relation K1 is equals to 1 by K2, you know. What is the value of K1? 10 already given. From this expression we have K2, that is 1 by K1. That is equals to 1 by, what is the value of K1? 10. 1 by 10 is the answer for this question. Am I understood or not? Simply K1 is equals to 1 by K2. So for example, here is given K1 value. What about K2? So you know K1 is equals to 1 by K2. From this one K2 is equals to 1 by K1. Clear? So what is the value of K1? The given K1 value is 10. So therefore K2 is equals to 1 by 10. Is it clear? So same question. Suppose K1 is equals to 1 by 20 for a forward reaction. What about K2 for reversible reaction? Now K1 is equals to 1 by K2. From this one K2 is equals to how much? 1 by K1. So what is the given value of K1 here? K1 is equals to 1 by 20, am I right? So when it is undergoes reciprocal, what we get? 20. Is it clear, ma? So finally K1 is equals to 1 by K2. And the next one is the same concept. If K1 be equilibrium constant for the reaction P is reversible to Q. What is the equilibrium constant in this expression? We have K1. Now write K1 is equals to molar concentration of Q by molar concentration of P. Am I right? Taken as 1. If K2 be equilibrium constant for the reaction R reversible S, where equilibrium constant is taken as K2 for this expression. So write K2 molar concentration of product by molar concentration of R. Am I right? If K3 be equilibrium constant for the reaction P plus R is reversible Q plus S. This is taken as 2. What is the equilibrium constant here? K3. So that means here this equation is added, this one and this one, P plus R, Q plus S. These two are added at same side, P plus R, Q plus S. Remember this one, P plus R, Q plus S. Then we get this expression, this equation. Remember this, very important. Where equilibrium constant is taken as K3. Understood now? So now, what is the value of K3? What is the value of K3 here? Write the expression for K3 here. So from this expression K3 is equals molar concentration of Q, molar concentration of S by molar concentration of P, molar concentration of R. Here stoichiometric coefficients are 1, okay. So from this one, K3 is equals to, what about molar concentration of Q by P? Q by P means, can I write like this one? K1. Q by P means K1, that is equals to K1 from equation 1. K1. What about S by R? S by R taken as K2 into K2. Finally, what we get? When the two expressions are added in same side, P plus R reversible Q plus S, then what is K3? K3 is equals to K1 into K2. Understood or not? So very important. So let us see one example regarding this. Suppose the question is, for a reaction A reversible B, where equilibrium constant is K1 and that K1 is taken as 10, and C reversible D, where the equilibrium constant is taken as K2. Here K2 is 10. For the expression C plus D is reversible to B plus D, where the equilibrium constant is taken as K3. So now what is the value of K3? So now these two are added, A plus C, B plus D at same side, Now what we have the expression here regarding this case. Therefore K3 is equals to K1 into K2 where what is the value of K1? 10. What is the value of K2? It is also 10. K1 10, K2 10. So finally K3 is 100. Is it clear for all? So when the two expressions are added in the same side, then we get third expression for equilibrium constant K3. Now what is the value of K3? Therefore K3 is equals to K1 into K2 from this expression. Understood or not? So is it clear? And the third case, A reversible B, this is K1, C reversible D, it is K2, and A plus D is reversible to B plus C, added in the opposite direction, A plus D, B plus C. Now the equilibrium constant is taken as K3. So what about K1 here? K1 is equals to molar concentration of B by molar concentration of A. Am I right? What about K2 expression here? Molar concentration of D, molar concentration of C. Am I right? Come to here. What is the expression for K3? Molar concentration of B, molar concentration of C by molar concentration of A, molar concentration of D. Am I right? So come to. So B by A means, from this expression B by A means taken as K1. What about? It is C by D, no? K2 is equals to D by C. Am I right? Okay. C by D means, from this one, C by D, what we get? 1 by K2. 1 by K2, am I right? Here we have C by D, but here K2 is D by C. From this one, C by D means 1 by K2. Keep this value here. So that is 1 by K2. So finally, K3 is equals to K1 by K2. Am I right? Suppose for the expression K1 is equals to 10, K2 is equals to 5. What about K3? So you know K3 is equals to K1 by K2. What about K1? 10. What about K2? 5. So 5 1 ja, 5 2 ja. So the value of K3 in this case 2. Is it clear, ma, all of you? So in this case we have 3 cases regarding equilibrium constants. In the first one is A reversible B, that is K1, B reversible A, that is K2. So from this one we have K1 is equals to 1 by K2. And the second expression, second case, A reversible B, this is K1, C reversible D, this is K2, and A plus C is reversible B plus D, this is K3. So in this case, what is the value of K3? K1 into K2. The third case, in the third case, A reversible B taken as K1, C reversible taken as D, K2 that is, and added opposite, that is A plus D is reversible B plus C, that is K3. So in this case the value of K3 is equals K1 by K2. Is it clear, ma, for all? So okay students, we will meet again on tomorrow with a new topic regarding these equilibrium constant expressions. Have a very important topic. Okay, so finally here we have 3 cases regarding to equilibrium constant. Okay, so in that one of the factor is stoichiometric coefficient. If stoichiometric coefficient can change, what happen? Equilibrium constant also changes. So here another factor is, factor number 2 is temperature. Very very important. If we can change the temperature change the temperature, Kc also change. That means if we can change the temperature value, Kc is also change. So it is a practical explanation. So very very important, temperature can change automatically, equilibrium constant Kc is also change. where stoichiometric coefficients can change. What happened? Equilibrium constant is also changed. These two are the factors which can influence the equilibrium constants. Okay. Okay students, see you tomorrow.